again. If you don't go on the show, go watch Massacre. Or you say Massacre. Massacre!
Hey guys, what's up? This is Vybz Kartel. And I don't know who needs to hear this. But if you're having a bad day, you're probably the problem. Get over yourself. The world doesn't revolve around you. Count your blessing. Gratitude is a must. Praise God.
Yes, start to Allah. Big up on yourself. Love and respect every time. Thanks for having us in the BVI, you know what I'm saying? It's a lifestyle moment. Until next time, love and respect.
Which girl can make me this Jade? Which girl show me her? When time I broke and I have nothing, look how Jade broad and pretty and take me up. Every artist I look her. Tamily jump in her inbox, but Mini and Zugo, Jade look on him. Eh? Mini and Zugo, Mini and Tamily. And when I see him, I just walk up to him. I just walked up to him when I see him up then time the Susie's in a and car Jade got him and said, this is my wife. See me, I look on her, and you just jump in her inbox. And I tell her about, oh, Ray, look on her big blood clot idiot boy bugle. I can text Jade, but look on your face. Never look real civil. Me never look real civil. Me never look as pretty as she is. Me never look her. And you gotta look my woman. You gotta look Jade, jump in her Jade inbox. And she showed me the message them too. Because Jade said, fanboy, my man. Who is fanboy? Is nothing. Who is you? Where you walk and carry elephant man bag. I talk about exercise every day and I'm still not fit.
For everybody who I got a Barclay Center, did you buy your ticket as yet? No. Well, me hear one video with CJ Milan where say the party sold out already. Barclay Center not sold out, CJ Milan. You want one of this cross your head. Somebody for hold your hand us gear 2. Blood clot. Honest a lie. Honest a lie. Barclay Center sell good. Eh? Tickets now not been sold in Barclay Center. Ticketmaster have this up right now. See that? Ticketmaster have this up right now. You say you're confused, so I'm going to give you some clarity upon it. War are going out here. See? CJ Milan said some things about the Gaza where we never like. So me take it up and me shoot some shot over this. See? Me say what me have to say. And me get back a story that CJ Milan I said she gonna send man to come look for me.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Daily Scoop, the place where we break down the stories everybody is talking about and the conversation taking over social media and the moments making noise across Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification, and become a part of the Daily Scoop family. And if you have been here before, you already know what time it is. We have a lot to unpack today. We are talking about the ongoing social media back and forth with one Kevin and CJ Milan, reactions from Spice, and the debate surrounding Masicka Barclays Center performance, comparison involving Vybz Kartel and Popcaan, the long-running history between Vybz Kartel and Mavado, questions surrounding Mr. Vegas and the Jamaica national honors, controversy between Elephant Man and the photographer, and several other stories circulating through dancehall and the Jamaican entertainment. And trust me, this one has layers. But before we jump in, remember something important. Social media can move extremely fast. One person says something, another person responds, a blogger reports it, and a fan adds their own interpretation. So here on Daily Scoop, we are going to separate the different sides of this conversation as much as possible. We are going to talk about what people are saying, what appears to be confirmed, and what remains disputed, and why these stories are generating so much attention. So grab your seat and let's get straight into it. So let us start off with the biggest conversation making noise, One Kevin versus CJ Milan. Now, if you have been following the dancehall space recently, you probably already know that these two names have been appearing in conversation across social media. There has been a lot of discussion about statements, responses, videos, supporters, and the wider dancehall community getting involved. And this is where things become interesting because what might begin as a disagreement between two people can quickly turn into a much bigger conversation involving the entire fan base. One side says one thing, the other side respond, then the supporter choose their sides. And before long, the original issue can almost become a secondary. That is exactly why people are paying attention to the One Kevin and the CJ Milan situation. There have been various claims and accusations circulating online, but viewers should be careful about treating every statement made on social media as established facts. A video can be edited, a statement can be taken out of context, a person can make an allegation without even providing evidence. And sometimes people repeat something so many times that it starts sounding like a confirmed facts even when it is not. That is why the smartest thing we can do is listen, examine, and wait for reliable confirmation where it is necessary. But one thing is undeniable, the conversation has become bigger than just the original disagreement. It has entered the world of dancehall politics, loyalty, personality, and the online influence, and that brings us directly to another major name, who is Spice. Because as we know, Spice is no stranger to controversy. She has been one of the most recognizable female voices in the dancehall for years, and whenever she speaks on an issue, people pay attention to that. So recently, the reaction surrounding the One Kevin and the CJ Milan situation brought Spice into the conversation. The important thing here is that people interpreted her comments in different ways. Some viewers believe that Spice was defending CJ Milan. Others saw her comment and simply asking questions and trying to understand what was happening. And there is another group felt she was taking a side. That is the interesting thing about social media nowadays. Sometimes you don't even have to directly choose a side. People will interpret your words based on what they already believe. So if you are associated with one person, people assume you are supporting that person. If you question another person, people say you are attacking them. And that is why celebrities and public figures have to be extremely careful when they are commenting on sensitive situations. Spice has built a strong relationship with her audience, so her words naturally carry a weight, but ultimately viewers have to listen to actual statements and make their own judgment. So the bigger question is, has this disagreement gone too far? Because there is a difference between lyrical competition and entertainment commentary and personal attack. Dancehall has always had clashes. Dancehall has always had rivalries, and dancehall has always had competition. But when disagreement move from music into people personal lives, families, and private matters, the conversation becomes much more serious. And that is something the entertainment industry needs to keep in mind. So now let's move on to another major story that has to do with Masicka. The genocide artist has been one of the most talked about names in modern dancehall, and now there has been significant discussion surrounding his performance at the Barclay Center in Brooklyn, New York. The big question circulating online is simple: will Masicka fill the Barclay Center? That question has created a serious debate. Some people online have suggested that the ticket sales were not moving quickly enough. Others pushed back and said the event was progressing well and that Jamaican audience have a history of purchasing concert tickets closer to the actual event date. And that is an important point. Different markets behave differently. Some fans buy tickets months in advance, others wait until payday. Some people just wait until the week of the show. Others don't decide until they know who else is attending the event. So looking at ticket sales at one particular moment does not necessarily tell the entire story. Then came comments attributed to the CJ Milan whole discussion surrounding how well the event was selling. That created even more conversation because some supporters believe her assessment, others question it, and once again, social media turned a concert promotion story into a debate about the strength of dancehall. But let's take a step back. Whether you are a fan of Massacre or not, there is something bigger at stake here. A successful Jamaican artist performing at a major international venue is good visibility for dancehall. So when Jamaican artists perform in major arenas outside Jamaica, it basically creates opportunities for the culture. It shows promoters that there is an audience. It encourages other artists to dream bigger and to help Jamaican music maintain its international presence. So instead of just automatically hoping another Jamaican artist fails, perhaps we should understand the bigger picture. You can support your favorite artist without wishing failure on somebody else. You can say that you prefer Vybz Kartel, you can say that you prefer Masicka, you prefer Popcaan, you prefer Alkaline, because music is just subjective. But when Jamaican music gets a major opportunity internationally, the culture itself can and will benefit from that. So let's talk about Massacre for a moment again. Massacre has developed a reputation for lyrical ability, songwriting, and consistency because he is a part of a generation that had to find its own space. While standing in the shadow of dancehall giants who came before, that is not easy. Imagine entering an industry where names such as Mavado, Bounty Killer, Vybz Kartel, Beenie Man, and more have already created their legacy. Every new artist get compared to them. Every new song get judged. Every major concert get examined, and every international opportunity becomes a test. That is why the Barclay conversation matters. It is not just about one concert. It is also about how far modern dancehall can travel. So if Massacre succeed, it just gives other artists another example to follow. If the event struggles, people will analyze why. Was it marketing? Was it about the ticket pricing? Was it the timing? Is it about the competition? Was the artist internationally reached? There are so many possible explanations. So let's not just reduce everything to Massacre can sell or Massacre cannot sell, because the entertainment business is far more complicated than that, right? So moving on, now let's travel back in time, because you cannot discuss Jamaican dancehall history without talking about the great Vybz Kartel and Mavado, the Gaza and the Gully. Their rivalry became one of the defining story of dancehall during the 2000s. So before Mavado reached the level of international recognition he eventually achieved, Vybz Kartel had already established himself as one of the dominant young voices in dancehall. But when Mavado emerged, the competition became more intense. So the two artists represented different styles. They have their different voice, their different fan base, and their different energy. And their rivalry became much bigger than music. it became a cultural conversation. So guys, people just identify themselves with either side. So whether you are a Gaza supporter or you're a Gully supporters, the rivalry became part of Jamaican popular culture. And here is the important part. Competition can sometimes push artists to become better. When two talented artists are competing, both have something to prove. They want better songs, better performance, bigger hits, more international recognition, more influence. So that is one reason the Vybz Kartel and Mavado era remains so memorable. But we also have to remember that rivalries have consequences. When fans become emotionally invested, the line between entertainment and real life conflict can become blurry. And that is where things can become dangerous because the music should be competitive, the fans should be passionate, but violence and threats should never become the price of entertainment. No, the Vybz Kartel and the Popcaan saga, who is bigger? Vybz Kartel versus Popcaan, that is a question. Who is bigger? That can start an argument almost anywhere. And the truth is, there is not one simple measurement. What does bigger mean? Is it record sales, streaming numbers, international collaboration, concert attendance, cultural influence, longevity? Is it about the hits of different songs? Depending on the measurement, you could come to different conclusion. Vybz Kartel has his enormous cultural legacy. His influence on dancehall vocabulary, songwriting, production, and modern artist-fan relationship is significant. Meanwhile, Popcaan has developed an international career that has taken him into collaboration and markets far beyond Jamaica. He has worked with major international artists and developed a recognizable global sound. So rather than asking who is bigger, maybe the more interesting question is what has each artist contributed to Jamaican music? And that is where both of them they deserve recognition. Popcaan was closely associated with Vybz Kartel during an important period of Kartel career. That relationship helped introduce Popcaan to a much wider audience because over time Popcaan has developed his own identity. He became his own artist. He has his own hit songs and he built his own fan base, and today his name stands independently. That is what we call success. And at the same time, Vybz Kartel influence continues to be discussed years later. So perhaps the answer is not that one erased the other. Perhaps both help to shape different chapters of modern dancehall. And another topic people have been discussing is Popcaan international lifestyle. Whenever artists are seen traveling on private aircraft, arriving at major events, or displaying the result of their success, social media will react. Some people will celebrate it and some will criticize it. Some use it as evidence of how successful the artist has become. Others question whether appearance tells the entire story. But here is something worth remembering. Artists are entertainers. Their career involves traveling, performance, recording sessions, collaboration, and international business. So seeing an artist abroad going on a private aircraft or living a luxury lifestyle does not necessarily tell that you have everything about you know everything about their finances. It is simply one visible part of their public image, and Popcaan has certainly developed a recognizable international brand, right? Now let's talk about another controversial conversation, Mr. Vegas and the discussion surrounding the national Jamaican honors. Right? So whenever someone receives a national honor, there will naturally be questions. People will ask, what did this person contribute? Was this person deserving? What does the honor represent? And those questions are completely legitimate. Mr. Vegas has had a long career in Jamaican music. His name is connected to reggae and dancehall internationally. His songs have reached audience outside Jamaica, and he has remained a visible personality in the Jamaican entertainment industry. But some people online question whether he should have received the recognition. Others defend him, and once politics entered the discussion, things became even more complicated. There were suggestions online about political connections and whether those connections influence the recognition. But unless there is reliable evidence proving such claims, they should remain allegation rather than facts. That is an important distinction. You can question a decision, you can criticize a government, you can disagree with an honor, but accusing somebody of receiving an honor for improper reasons requires much evidence. I believe so. Alright, so moving on, let's take a look at Tommy Lee and Future Fumble. We have another story involving names from the dancehall history. Future Fambo has basically discussed an alleged situation involving message sent to his partner and mentioned Tamile's brother. The story generated attention because of the personalities involved. But again, we should be careful. Online accusations are not actually proven facts, and private messages, personal relationship, and family situation can become extremely sensitive. This is one of those moments where the audience should resist the temptation to turn someone's private life into entertainment. Dancehall can be outspoken, artists can address each other, but personal relationships should be handled carefully. And if people have disagreement, they should avoid escalating matters through threats or harassment. Another important name that was mentioned was Bounty Killer. And anybody who knows Jamaican dancehall knows that Bounty Killer is one of the cultural most influential figures. His impact stretches across generations. Artists who came after him have been influenced by his sound, his attitude, his approach to competition, and his ability to command a stage. Names like Beanie Man and Bounty Killer were major forces during the era when Vybz Kartel was emerging, and that is important historical context. When people talk about Vybz Kartel becoming dominant, they sometimes forget the competitive environment that existed at the time, because Kartel was not entering an empty field. He was entering a dancer scene filled with established stars such as Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, Capleton, Sizzler, Elephant Man, and the list goes on. That competition helped to shape the generation that follows. And before we wrap this session up, let's return to Massacre. The Barclay Center debate has created a lot of noise, but the final judgment should come from the event itself, not rumors, not screenshots, not fan arguments, not even social media prediction. Because when the doors open and the audience arrive, that is when we will get the clearest answer. And whatever happens, Massacre has already reached a level where he is being discussed in connection with one of the most recognizable venues in New York. That is an achievement in itself. The goal should not be to tear him down. The goal should be to see Jamaican artists continue reaching bigger stage. And now, before we close, I want to leave you with this. Dancehall has survived because of its people. It survived because of artists, producers, selectors, sound system, the dancers, the fans, the bloggers, the promoters, the photographers, the videographers, and everybody who contributed to the culture. So let's debate, let's disagree, let's defend our favorite artists. Let's talk about the music. But let's remember that there is a human being behind every name. Behind Vybz Kartel is a human being. Behind Mavado, behind Popcaan, Spice, Massacre, One Kevin, CJ Milan, Mr. Vegas, Elephant Man, and behind every blogger, there is a human being. We don't have to agree with everyone, but we can disagree without destroying each other. So, guys, there you have it, everybody. Another major edition of the Daily Scoop. So, now I want to hear from you. Who do you think handled the One Kevin and the CJ Milan situation better? Let's talk about it and let's hear it in the comment section. If you enjoyed this episode, like this video, subscribe to the Daily Scoop, turn on your notification bell, and share this video with somebody who loves the Jamaican entertainment, dancehall, and the Caribbean culture. Because here at Daily Scoop, we are watching the stories, we're following the conversations, and we are bringing them to you from another angle. Until next time, stay informed, stay respectful, keep supporting Jamaican music, and remember, don't believe everything you see online. Check the facts, listen to both sides, and make up your mind. We are out. Stay blessed, stay safe. Until next time.